Back in 2003, he staged an historic concert in Moscow's Red Square.
Back in the USSR.
Sir Paul McCartney later bonded with President Putin over afternoon tea in the Kremlin. Now the former Beatle wants help, and for him to intervene in an escalating row. In September, these Greenpeace demonstrators attempted to climb an Arctic oil platform belonging to Russia's state gas company. Armed Coast Guards arrived, arrests followed, and the group, which includes 6 Britons, were charged with hooliganism. In an open letter to the President published on his website, Paul McCartney writes, "Dear Vladimir, 45 years ago I wrote a song about Russia for the White Album, back when it wasn't fashionable for English people to say nice things about your country. That song had one of my favourite Beatles lines in it. Been away so long I hardly knew the place. Gee, it's good to be back home. Could you make that come true for the Greenpeace prisoners?" Seen here in court last month, British journalist Kieran Bryan is one of the detained protesters. He'd been hired by the environmental group to document the demonstration. Today, Russian authorities announced it will apply for a 3-month extension to keep him and the others in custody. Tonight, Kieran's brother praised Sir Paul for getting involved.
It was an amazing letter, and you know, when I read it, and when I know when my wife read it, she was, you know, brought to tears by it, because it's such a lovely letter, and you know, we really hope that it has a positive effect for Kieran and the others that are out there.
Sir Paul is yet to hear from the President, but in response, the Russian ambassador to Britain says the current situation of the detainees isn't being properly represented in media around the world. Julian Drucker, 5 News.